more than likely do you think the Tigers are going to be taking an outfielder with the 3rd overall pick?
Well, everybody who writes about the draft, who monitors the draft extremely closely, it's been boiled down to a group of 5, right, that have separated themselves from the pack, and 4 of them are outfielders. So the odds are pretty good that the Tigers will walk away with an outfielder at pick number 3. The matter is which one, and where does the one pitcher fit into the equation? For instance, Kylie McDaniel at ESPN, real plugged-in guy, has been at this for a long time. He kind of shook things up a little bit with where he had people going. He had, Wyatt Langford from Florida and Dylan Cruz going 1-2. And if they go 1-2 in the draft, those are probably the 2 best outfielders. The fastest to the majors of the 4 outfielders are the 2 guys who are from college. The Detroit will have a decision to make if it ends up being that, because you'll either have Paul Skenes, possibly the best college pitching prospect since Steven Strasburg, and I don't think that's an exaggeration by any stretch, or the 2 high school sluggers, Max Clark and Jenkins from North Carolina. So at that point, let's say that happens. Would you want the college pitcher from the SEC, who's been dominating the SEC with 4+ pitches, one of the best fastballs there is, or would you want one of those high school outfielders? That's going to be, if it comes down to that, if Dylan Cruz and Wyatt Langford are gone, that's going to be quite the decision for Scott Harris to make.
Yeah, to me, I haven't done much research, but I really am a big fan of Wyatt Langford. College bat, looks like a very mature hitter. I think he's a guy that Scott Harris is going to value in terms of being able to draw walks. I'd be a very big fan of Wyatt Langford. I know Max Clark and Dylan Cruz, I believe, are a bit younger, so they would have a little bit more time down in the minors. But, the limited research I've done, I'm a really big fan of Wyatt Langford. I've always been under the belief, just don't be a pitcher. That it's as long as it's not a pitcher, because I think what we've seen is you can develop pitching. You can find guys later in the rounds. Shane McClanahan was a guy that came to mind for me. I think he was a late 1st-round pick, maybe a comp pick. You can find pitchers, and I think if there's a hitter you look at the top of this class that can be an everyday guy, maybe make a couple all-star teams, that's a guy you need to target, because those are guys that are in your lineup every day, impacting winning baseball every single day. So that's kind of my stance on the draft. We will have more draft content to come, but to me, just take a hitter. That's where I'm at.
Well, it's going to be real interesting. A lot of people believe that Dylan Cruz and Paul Skenes, teammates from LSU, could both be in the majors within a year, that at some point in 2024, they could be major league ball players. So that fast to the majors, is that attractive to the Tigers or not? I don't know. Wyatt Langford probably in the same boat. It's really interesting. Wyatt Langford, Dylan Cruz got off to a massive start this year in the college season, and his OPS was about 1,300 to 1,500 the first 3 months of the year. He has slowed down in May. His OPS was under 700 in May. Now, people could be pitching around him. A lot of things could be happening there, or he's just in a little bit of a slump. I don't know if that affects his draft status at all. But Wyatt Langford, if you look at his numbers, it's been steady. He's been about a 1,200+ OPS guy February, March, April, and May. He's just been cruising along, putting up big numbers. He actually has an OPS about 60 points higher than Dylan Cruz right now.